You're wasting too much time planning. A lot of the times people are planning and overanalyzing taking that first step that could change their life in exchange for what it is that they want. So they are holding on to the safety net. They are tugging on to the job that is draining them. They are leaving and trying to, make moves, but they don't know if it's safe or not. And that is holding back so many people from the one step that could change their life forever. It's kind of like back to when Morpheus from The Matrix had Neo look and choose between the red pill and the blue pill. And I want you to picture this. Picture the blue pill being you doing what is safe, going to your normal routine, doing what you see everyone else doing, right? And making that minimal effort to safely tiptoe towards what it is that you want to do. And then think of with the bread pill of you having this unpredictable life, right? And you're jumping into it, not knowing that everything is going to line up or not, but you know that you're going to feel fueled, you're going to feel fulfilled, and you're in love with the adventure and not really the outcome compared to the scenario with the blue pill. That is what it's like when you're going for your dreams, when you're trying to make things happen. You see, when I got into the game of coaching and working with businesses and helping them transform their ideas, most of my clients, almost 90+% of the clients that I work with, they usually have this great idea, they have this talent, but they have this PSTD from their day jobs because they've been rejected one after another, from bosses, from, different things that have not worked out. And so they take that and carry it into the thing that they're trying to use to free them. And so my guess is that you're possibly making this same mistake. If that is you, I want you to comment below what's your biggest thing that you're struggling with, because it's all about helping and being there for each other, but it requires being vulnerable. And this is a family. And if you're not a part of this family, make sure you subscribe below as well, because we talk about things like this and go deeper than just giving you information, but helping you have a reason and having compelling reasons on how and where you are and what it is you're trying to do and why you should do them. You think you're building a business, but you're actually just staying busy and you're stuck. And the reason you're stuck is because you're constantly doing things that you think are safe. You're playing it safe. And when you're trying to make something happen, you have to realize that you have to go into the journey of the unknown. Myself personally, I quit so many jobs in the beginning of my journey, used them for what I needed them for, to make time for my dreams. Otherwise, that window became shorter and shorter and shorter. And that's the same thing that's happening with you on your journey. Your window of opportunity is shrinking the longer you sit on that idea. And there's so many people that have this great synergy, this great idea that can make all the difference in not just their lives, but the life of someone else with what it is that you have. 3 unnecessary actions that you need to stop doing right now is you need to stop over planning instead of executing. All right, if you want to overcome this, you've made 4 versions of your logo. You've mapped out 6 months of content, but you've never posted an offer. You never have no audience that's coming in because there's nothing that is intentional attached to what it is you're doing. So you're constantly trying to find the right answer instead of the calling. And it's so imperative that you immerse yourself into what it is that you're trying to do with compelling reasons to why. Why do you have a logo? Why is it important to you? What kind of content are you creating that's going to serve versus one that just seems like it's the right answer? Instead of searching for the right answer, immerse yourself into what it is that you can do to serve someone else, and then having an offer, putting yourself on the front lines versus being timid and shy about what it is that you have to bring to this world and who it is that you're trying to serve, what it is that you have to offer. The other thing is consuming more than you create. Watching YouTube videos constantly on Instagram, just swiping and liking, and TikTok and so forth. Reading business books and literally listen to podcasts on repeat. And those are great for the motivation and things, because it is important to train your mind, right? You know, what entertains you trains you, right? But you have to post and offer something. And I want to ask you, have you done that this week? Have you offered something? Have you created something? When's the last time you created, and how long have you done it? How long did it stay consistent in you doing it? Instead, for every hour you consume, try to spend an hour creating. Try to spend at least 30 minutes planning and spend more time creating, and then you'll start finding a balance between having those two together. And then remember, action breeds clarity. You get more clear along the way. That's what life is about. It's about an adventure, not an outcome. I challenge you guys to get 2 feet in, not 1 foot out, but 2 feet in to what it is that you want to do. You got to immerse yourself into what it is you're trying to do. Lastly, doing everything alone without direction. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people misdirect speed and they burn out because they have no direction. It's better to have direction over speed any day, because you'll know where you're going. It's kind of like you being on the road on the highway. Imagine jumping in, you got fuel, and then you're driving for the whole day, right? But you don't know where you're going. So you're wasting gas and energy, and then you're gonna end up finding yourself stuck somewhere along the way if you don't have a sense of direction where you're going. As the saying goes, a genius without a roadmap will get lost in any country. Remember that you are a genius, but you do need to have a sense of direction and intention in what it is that you're trying to do. You're trying to figure it all out solo, and that's a long road. Let's face it. You don't need more hustle. You need a map and support. We can't do this alone. A lot of people think that just doing it alone. Yes, it's beautiful to be a solopreneur, and sometimes it's necessary to do things on your own. But at some point, you need accountability. You need a sense of direction, tools, and resources. And you got to realize that, you need to get help. You need to get a system. You need to have coaching and someone who can support you and give you that framework that saves you time and making senseless mistakes. That's going to be what helps you emerge in your journey of what it is that you're trying to do. But not just with anyone, with somebody that you can sense that has your back. If you felt anything in what I said today, good, because it means you're ready to stop looking busy and start building momentum. And if that is you, and you're somebody who's not having 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and you're ready to put 2 in, I want you to click the link in the bio to check out an opportunity for a one-on-one game plan, so that way you have a sense of direction of where you're going. And I'll say this, if you are seriously ready to finally create real progress, you're finally to really immerse yourself into that red pill journey and be challenged beyond your wits of what you've ever done in your life, and you're ready to take some steps in your journey and actually build real momentum and results in what it is that you're doing, and fully get immersed. Don't listen, if you're somebody who's scared and you don't want to take action, this is not for you. But if you are somebody who is ready to take action, you are somebody who's find yourself alone and lacking resources, and you just really want some support, you want some direction, you want a game plan, I want you to click the link in the bio where I'm going to offer you an opportunity to apply for a one-on-one coaching session with myself or someone from my team to get you on the right track and to introduce you to some opportunities that may make sense for you. However, the first step is to take advantage of what is being provided. I'm not going to just leave you hanging. You're going to actually get a physical report, implementation plan, which is going to literally be a formula based off of where you are, where you're trying to go, and then the key things that you need to do. The rest after that is up to you. So you have nothing to lose, everything to gain. If you're ready to gain and move forward on this journey, make sure you jump on it, because I'm not opening this up for everyone. I'm actually going to close this. You heard me talk about this on a few videos, but I do this every month in efforts of serving and giving back to the entrepreneur and solopreneur community. You can go check out the results for yourself. It speaks for itself, and see if it makes sense for you. All right. Thanks for watching this video. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you subscribe. This is more in the channel. This is a family. This is a movement. And I'll see you on the next one. One love. Peace.